Love should feel good, right? So why does it feel so scary? There's this voice in your head that says love always comes with conditions, that you have to earn it, that it can be taken away the moment you mess up. Here's what's actually happening. You're not afraid of love itself. You're afraid of what happens when love is conditional. Maybe you had a parent who was critical or cold or just couldn't show up emotionally. So you learned that love isn't safe. It's a test, and you're always one mistake away from failing. Or maybe love in your house came with expectations. You were loved when you achieved, when you behaved, when you made them proud. But when you struggled, the love felt like it disappeared. So you learned that love has to be earned through performance, through perfection, through never being too much or too needy. And here's the cruel part. Even when you did everything right, it still didn't feel secure, because conditional love never does. You were always waiting for the other shoe to drop. So now, as an adult, love feels like a trap. You want it, you crave it, but the moment someone gets close, you panic. You might notice you sabotage relationships right when they start feeling good, because good means vulnerable, and vulnerable means they can hurt you, or you choose people who are emotionally unavailable, who keep you at arm's length, because distance feels safer than intimacy. If they can't get close, they can't reject the real you. And when someone does love you, you don't trust it. You're waiting for them to see the real you and realize you're not worth it. You're waiting for the conditions to reveal themselves. So you audition constantly. You try to be perfect. You hide your needs. You perform worthiness. Because somewhere deep down, you're still that kid trying to earn love from someone who couldn't give it unconditionally. In astrology, there's language for this. Some of the placements that can carry this pattern. Venus square Saturn is the classic signature. There's this belief that love is scarce, that it has to be earned, that you're always one mistake away from being unworthy of it. Saturn in the seventh house can show up as fear around partnership, the sense that relationships are tests, you might fail. That commitment means being judged and found lacking. Chiron in the fifth or seventh house carries a wound around receiving love, around whether you're allowed to be loved just for existing, not for what you provide. And Capricorn Venus or Venus Pluto aspects can create this dynamic where love feels like power, like control. Like if you let someone in, they'll use your vulnerability against you. But here's what astrology is really showing you. This isn't about you being unlovable. It's about you learning love from people who couldn't model it safely. Because here's the truth your younger self didn't know. Love felt conditional because that's what you experienced. Not because you weren't worthy of unconditional love, but because the love available to you came with conditions. And maybe the people who loved you conditionally were doing the best they could. Maybe they were repeating patterns they inherited. Maybe they didn't know another way, but the impact was real. You learned that love is something you earn, not something you receive just for existing. And now you carry that belief into every relationship. But here's what you're missing. Not all love is conditional. The fear you feel when someone gets close, that's not intuition warning you. That's a protective pattern, a learned belief that intimacy equals eventual disappointment. But you can notice that fear and let people in anyway. You don't have to perform for love anymore. You don't have to be perfect to deserve it. You're allowed to be loved because you exist, not because you've earned it. What if you stopped auditioning and just let yourself be loved? So here's what I want you to consider. What if love doesn't have to be earned? What if it's not a test you can fail? What if the right people won't punish you for being human? What if your imperfections don't make you unworthy? You don't have to believe that fully right now, but maybe just notice next time you catch yourself performing for someone's affection, pause. Notice the fear. Notice where it came from. Notice that you're protecting yourself from a rejection that might not even come. And then, if you can, try something small. Show up imperfectly. Share a need without apologizing for it. Let someone see you struggle without trying to fix it immediately. It won't feel safe at first. You might feel exposed, needy, like you're asking for too much. That's okay. That's just the old pattern talking. But over time, with practice, you'll start to see the people who are safe don't require perfection. And the ones who do, they were never going to love you the way you deserve anyway. You don't have to perform for love anymore. You don't have to be perfect to deserve it. You're just carrying a pattern that once made sense. And now you get to choose whether it still serves you.